Good afternoon from the banks of the lovely River Wye just outside Bakewell. John and I are fortunate enough to have this on our doorstep. I'm going to ask this question from one of our viewers in the comments on the YouTube channel, and John will respond. John, Nicholas asks, why when the true self is not pulling towards it do stress and depression arise, and what to do about it? And I liken it to, say, you're perfectly happy in a canoe here on the river, happy as a sandboy paddling away, and you know that you have experience of stress and depression, and you know that you are in a good place, but something grabs you like a current grabs you towards the waterfall, and you're pulled towards that whirlpool of stress and depression. How does that happen even when you're in a good space, and what to do about it?
Well, there are 3 points that immediately come to mind on this one. When you talk about the true self, when the true self isn't pulling for home, I question that, because the true self isn't something that varies. It isn't here today and gone tomorrow. It's a constancy. It's like magnetism. It's just there. So the pull is always there. It's in this world that you get fluctuations and change. So you get impediments which get in the way. Why? Well, the old saying was, these things are sent to try us. What can we do about it? Well, the old Boy Scout motto, be prepared. Answered the question, have I? Look, just behind me, I always love to take examples from nature. I emphasize again and again and again that there's no better teacher than nature. Look, behind me is the river. It's all flowing beautifully quiet and lovely, and you could just sit in a little boat or on a leaf if you were a fairy and float down the river. But we all know that sooner or later you come to a rapids or waterfall. That's the nature of rivers, isn't it? That's life. This happens. It's just there. And we can live in a fool's paradise floating along. But anyone with any experience knows only too well that round the corner there's going to be a hazard. Again, I love these old sayings. When it all goes well, make hay while the sun shines, because every farmer knows next week or next day it's going to start raining again. So make the best of your opportunities, and do your homework. Be prepared. Either with money in the bank if you're in this world, or the spiritual equivalent, which is treasure in heaven. As Jesus says, lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where moth and rust doth not corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. Have I got it correct? Prepare for a rainy day, my friends. Make the most of life while it's good. These things are sent to try us. They do, don't they? And we're the better for it. We grow through our trials. And you see, the great blessing of being tried is that it breaks our complacency. It's all too easy to think when life goes well in this world, that's it. I'm home and safe. I've got myself a nice little home, a nice little wife, all's hunky-dory. until things go wrong. So how awful it would be if we didn't have to endure these catastrophes, even coronavirus, and we went on our way in this fool's paradise of thinking we're okay, until what? Of course, we die. Then what? So a sensible life is preparing for the day to come. In other words, working to save your soul, which is beyond these trials and temptations of this world, and which is the only real safety and the only love that never fails, the enduring peace and all the blessings of the kingdom of God, which I assure you are as real as real as real. And when you get even a glimpse of it, you realize that all this life is just preparation. It's a preparatory school for graduation to move on into the spiritual kingdom of God, where all our dreams come true. And it's real, and I couldn't stand here and say so if I didn't know it. Not from what I've learned in books, but from real experience. So take good heart, my friends, bear the knocks of this life and learn from them, and follow the inner compass of your heart that leads you home. God bless you. Until another day.